Hello everyone. This channel provides the latest information on the Three Gorges Dam. If you are interested, please subscribe to our channel. Everyone loves the Three Gorges Dam. At 7 am local time on June 9, the water level of the Three Gorges Dam was 151.33 meters. Compared to the 31st of last month, the water level has dropped by more than 1 meter. Looking at this dam from the reservoir side, the water level is around here. At 7 am, the discharge of the Three Gorges Dam is 15,900 cubic meters per second. The maximum discharge of hydroelectric power from this dam is about 31,000 cubic meters per second, so it is estimated that the power generation situation is about 51%. Around 16 power generation turbines are in operation. Lately they've been increasing their power output all the time, and we're seeing a big change in the operation of this dam. Now, can you imagine the amount of water nearing 16,000 cubic meters per second? This is Maruyama Dam in Japan. In June of this year, I took a picture of the release. The amount of discharge at this time is 1,100 cubic meters per second. The discharge of the current Three Gorges Dam will be about 15 times this amount. As usual, let's take a look at the change in the water level of this dam. Here is a graph that combines the past 2 years and this year's performance data. As you can see, water levels have been on a downward trend since the beginning of this month, but the pace has slowed recently. They have a goal of operating the dam to lower the water level to 145 meters around June 10 each year. However, as of today, this situation has made it difficult for them to achieve their goals this year. This has never happened in the last 5 years.
NISHIYAN channel.
Let's take a look at the Three Gorges Dam with more specific numbers. As you all know, the official media over there has declared that the water level will be lowered to the lowest level by June 10. There is only 1 day left. As for the future, I speculate. There are 2 possible cases. The first is a scenario where the game ends here. China has been experiencing an unusual drought since last year, and if they were expecting less rain this year, the idea is that there is no need to go down to 145 anymore. China's meteorological authorities have already predicted unusual weather this year. So they may give up on their goal and just keep the current water level. Another possibility is to postpone their goal, but they will always lower the water level to the lowest level. Although it won't be in time for June 10, the scenario will be to change the target around the 20th and release a large amount from now on. Going back in time, we had these cases in 2015. However, the amount of discharge at that time was quite unreasonable. I don't know which way it will fall, but it seems that there is no doubt that something is different from the usual. Now, let's take a look at Ukraine's dams, which have long been a concern. Finally something happened that shouldn't have happened. As many of you already know, the dam at the Kakhovka hydroelectric power plant in Ukraine has collapsed. A large amount of water flows into the downstream area, causing serious damage. I'm sure you've seen the video, but this scene is pretty shocking. At this point, we still don't know who did it, but it's true that it collapsed. So I checked the situation with a satellite. First, here is the location. At the time of video production, the latest data is June 5. At this point, you can still see the original shape of the dam body, but you can see how water flows from around the center. The right bank side and the left bank side of the previous collapse scene are like this, so I think the location is correct. Now, let's see if this flow is normal discharge or not. In Sentinel you can see historical data, and here is what it looked like on the same day in 2020, before the war started. Although it is a guess, looking at the picture on Wikipedia, the upper part of the screen is the discharge facility, the bottom of the screen looks like a power generation facility. In the video just now, the 2 places you see have collapsed. When I watched the month of June 2020, I could not see any scene where water was flowing from the discharge facility. Only on June 30, we can see what looks like bubbles from the power plant. The previous pictures are completely different from the flow just before the collapse. Considering these things, there were already signs of the dam collapsing on the side of the discharge facility, and it may have collapsed under some circumstances. However, the power generation facility has also completely collapsed. and it is possible that it was completely swept away by a bomb or the like. This is just my personal imagination, so please pay attention to the experts' analysis for the facts. The dam has important roles: flood control, power generation and navigation of ships. On the other hand, it is also true that there are many problems such as sand accumulation, environmental destruction, climate change, cracks, and garbage problems. They choose the best water level in terms of hydropower, ship operation, and irrigation water, and insist that it is always safe. Is it true? The annual monthly precipitation around the Three Gorges Dam is as follows. It's June, and it's finally flood season. Originally, the amount of rain is expected to increase from now on, but what about this year? As far as this channel investigated, the area covered by the Three Gorges Dam seems to be around the red frame. Let's take a look at Windy's predictions for the week ahead. Rain at the Three Gorges Dam and its upper reaches is unlikely for the time being. On the other hand, clouds are expected to spread in the same places in the south, especially in the coastal areas. Every year around this time, there is news of heavy rains and floods in southern China. A similar flood may occur again this year. In addition to this channel, I also run a YouTube channel that introduces Japanese dams. This channel introduces the charm of sophisticated and beautiful dams. The URL is listed in the summary column, so if you are interested, please check it out. The Three Gorges Dam is located in the middle reaches of the Yangtze River, which spans 6,000 kilometers. It is located at the end of not only the main stream but also many tributaries that flow through the Sichuan Basin. The Three Gorges from which the Three Gorges name is derived. In short, before the steep mountains, the river merged into one, and the dam was built at the end of the gorge. Most of the rain that falls in the central and western regions of China ends up at this dam. Moreover, each tributary carries a considerable amount of water, so floods occur frequently. To avoid this, many dams have been built upstream, and some are still under construction. Looking at this diagram, you can imagine how dangerous the Three Gorges Dam is. This is a video that summarizes information about the Three Gorges Dam, and is a popular video that has been viewed more than 150,000 times. The URL is posted in the summary column, so please enjoy it. It is the dry season with little rain. In 2020, heavy rains and floods continued, and there was concern that the dam might collapse. Conversely, there was a drought last year, and the water shortage continues this year as well. To my surprise, the Chinese meteorological authorities have already announced the possibility of another water shortage this year. Please continue to subscribe to our channel for the latest information.